Well, you guys can still hear me, huh? But I can't hear you. Don't forget to open up a chat window if you can, so you can read what people's is typing. Did I mute my mic though? Can the stream hear me? Oh good, the stream can hear me. Oh good. Unmute Skype. Hi.
Hi.
What's up, boys?
How
Hey.
you doing?
Hey. Doing good. How are you?
Display something else.
Sonny, hi! It's so
Later.
purpley. Yes. Did I change the title? I didn't change the title of the stream, did I?
No, it's still
Oh
Alien Isolation.
God.
This is the weirdest version of that game I've ever seen.
Oh God. What episode is this? Episode 6? 5?
It should
Don't
be
ask
like
me to count right
episode
now.
2 more than what it is.
7? 92. We'll put
You don't pay
episode.
me to count.
We'll put episode 792. I shaved. I know, Sonny.
Yeah, people
know.
are already noticing that you shaved.
People are pissed.
Dude, people noticed last night. They was not
Shame.
happy. Gaming talk show. So babyface. Oh God, why did that not? Okay, it updated it. Okay, Volume Audibot lied. All right. So, after the shit show that was the start of all of this, because I was scrambling because I had to clean my damn house.
Classic.
How we doing, boys? Cody, you need to introduce yourself to the podcast because this is your first appearance.
Hi.
Oh, that's a great intro, Cody.
That's all you need to know about him.
Super
Yeah.
in-depth. That's all you need to know about
Yeah.
Cody. Hi. He doesn't even play video games. He's just here.
I'm just here. I'm the good-looking one. I mean, that's just
I
how it
mean,
worked out.
that's just a lie, but you know.
Hey, nah, I'm Cody. I'm the one who's been. I've appeared once through chat when I was being lazy and not typing through my keyboard and just messaging y'all.
That's good.
Yeah,
Facebook.
on Facebook.
It was a good time.
It's a good time.
Well, I mean, my keyboard was like 5 feet away from my bed, so it just wasn't happening.
Too far.
But
how many
just-
feet?
Like 5.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not- I'm
so
not
not even the
exaggerating.
length of your body.
No. Well, I mean, I'm only 5'8", so it's essentially the entire length of my body. I guess I could learn to type with my toes and it'd make things easier, but
Or your nose, you
Yeah.
know.
my nose. What? How to
'Cause-
use my nose?
Rookie.
Never mind.
What am I,
You're
Rudolph?
mad.
Rudolph
Yes.
the red-nosed reindeer. I'm just gonna lead the way with my nose.
You could be Pinocchio, just like every time. Just
Oh.
keep telling yourself that.
Telling
Never mind.
lies, so I can
You just
reach
keep
for my
telling
head.
yourself that you're the good-looking one and start chicken pecking away. Anyway, Cody, we've gone over on the podcast. We've gone over how I got into gaming, how Justin did, how Ian did. So let's hear a little bit. How did you get into gaming? You know, why is it important to you? All that good stuff. By the way, hi Tyga.
Hi, people. All right, so I'm just gonna preface this whole thing. I literally traveled for 42 hours straight and still have not slept. So, if I'm a little slow, because I just got back from my deployment, that's why. Literally just got back this morning. So,
I promise he's not normally like this.
Don't
Um,
make promises you can't keep.
but so I got into gaming really young. My dad liked to game and stuff like that. But my first memory of gaming is just playing Mario on like a Super Nintendo when I was like 4, 3, something like that. And it's always been a hobby. Even when I didn't want to game, my dad would make me game with him. So I don't know if you guys ever played
Make
Dark
you?
Age of Camelot. Yeah, no. You
Yeah.
guys ever played Dark Age of Camelot?
I didn't
Yeah, that's a
know.
good one.
I've heard about it.
When I was younger, he would if he didn't have his guildmates on, him and my uncle would make me get on an alternate account and play as a healer. Or whatever. So we would guard keeps and shit, and I would sit in the keep, and then when one of them died, he'd be like, "Come heal me." I'd run out of the keep, I'd res him, and I'd like put a fucking heal spell on him, and then I'd run back in, so I wouldn't die.
Yes.
And
That's
I'd literally do
awesome.
that for like 3 or 4 hours with him to help him hold a keep or something.
You know,
That's so good. They
I-
just use you to like keep their faction bases.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna build or buy a second copy of like every MMO I play and make Logan do that now.
You
Hey.
should.
You can do it. I mean, any kid can do that. You just go out there, click on me, hit 1. Just hit 1 until it works.
Just hit
and
one
then-
until it works. There you go. And then you're Cody, basically. Any kid
Mhm.
can be me. Just hit one until it
Yes.
works. Then you're me.
Yep. Yeah, that's exactly how. So I mean, but yeah, I've always just enjoyed gaming. It's always just been a hobby of mine. I don't know. I play just about anything, for the most part. I don't know. It's good stuff. Other than that, from Kansas City, but then I came up there and hung out with you guys up there in Minnesota, and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
now I'm in the military, doing that whole shtick. So
That
And
whole
now you're
shtick.
on the best talk show on Twitch.
Well, a talk show on Twitch. A talk
the
show
eventual,
on Twitch.
the eventual best talk show on Twitch.
You do know I'm
shoot for
involved
the
in this,
moon.
right? You've
Shoot,
seen.
shoot for the moon.
Have you guys watched
I know we
anything
missed
that
2
I've played? I
weeks.
break everything.
But that's part of the charm.
It's
Yeah,
part
we'll
of
kick
the,
Tim out
the
eventually.
charm.
It's fine.
Last night I was playing Alien Isolation, and I literally have either of you guys played that?
No.
Nope.
I'm a pansy.
I know you
so
don't like spooky
no.
games, Cody, because you're a little bitch. But like I went to you have a stun baton in the game, and I went to stun one of the androids in the game, and went right through his fucking neck. Like literally, like I had somebody clip it, and I watched it like 30 times. The baton, you see it go through his fucking neck into the back, and he just chokes me to death. I'm like, you son of a fucking
What
hooker.
the fuck is a stun baton gonna do against an alien?
Android, Cody.
No, I get that.
Hey, go
but
do.
even-
You have a flamethrower for the xenomorphs.
Oh, okay. I was about to say. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. The alien makes all potato. Yeah, that's very true, Sam. That's very true. That's 100% accurate. I make everything potato. So, I forgot Ian wasn't going to be on here. For the next prompt, I wrote why we haven't been here the last 2 weeks. That's all on me and Ian. Justin was like
Yeah.
rearing ready to go. Cody was halfway across the fucking planet. Ian was busy with his kid. We had the day where I think we missed when I repairing my car, right? Because it was 2
Yep.
weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it was
Wasn't
the
that
day
last week?
Yeah, no, that was 2 weeks ago. That was the day that I was dealing with all that shit when my car broke down. I had to get it towed fucking 80 miles and I had to deal with all that. That was my entire day. That day started at 1 o'clock and ended around midnight for me. Like, just dealing with shit all day. Fucking
Yuck.
ridiculous. And last week, Logan was sick. So that's literally it. Like, 1 week I was having the worst day ever. The next week, my kid was just sick. And it wasn't, like, bad sick either. He was just kind of sick, and I was worried.
I see how it is.
You should bring him on the show sometime. I bet you he's got good takes, hot
Oh
takes.
god, he's
Very
been on
important
the stream before, but yeah, he's sleeping now. Thank God, because he skipped his first nap. He would not.
Oh, God.
He would not take a nap the first time. It was ridiculous. But I've had him stream with me a couple times. We did a couch cast, me and him, the other day. He was a couple weeks ago. He was coloring, and I was playing, I don't know, some shitty Xbox game. I don't remember what it was. It was like some
Any of them.
Xbox arcade game that I got for
Uh.
free through the Xbox Gold thing. Cody, you brought up a good topic this week during show prep when you were talking about. Yeah, he's feeling better, Sonny. Thanks for asking. I appreciate that. He's sleeping now. He's good. He's not sick anymore. You brought up an interesting game that I hadn't really looked into too much until today when I was trying to write this. Torments of, I don't even know how to pronounce this.
I don't know. either.
Numenera?
I
That
would
looks
assume.
right. That looks right, doesn't it? I'm assuming that I typed this correctly.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about that? Because you said it looked like, or it said in the article that it looked like it was a really interesting game in terms of trying to avoid conflict rather than trying to kill everyone, right?
Yeah, so I just read that one article on it, but something that I really like is that they are making a point to that you can do a pacifist run kind of thing. So I look at it. I played a little bit of the newest Deus Ex game, Deus Ex, however the fuck you say it, and I like to do the pacifist version or whatever. I like to just stun gun people and just do takedowns and be all stealthy. Almost play it more like Splinter Cell than you would an action game kind of thing.
Mhm.
And but the dialogue doesn't reflect, like, the game doesn't recognize that you're doing that kind of thing.
Really?
No, yeah, it doesn't at all. When you get to the like the first main guy or whatever, like, you go through all these different levels and stuff, and you've reached this, like, quote unquote boss or whatever. He's like, "Oh, you killed so many people to get to me, blah blah blah," and it's like, I didn't kill anybody, not a single person. Like, they're all sleeping. They'll be fine.
They're taking a
Like,
nap.
Yeah, they're just sleeping.
I-
And I just I want to play a game where I can do, like, a legit pacifist run where it's, like, made in the game, where it's just like, if I don't want to fight somebody, I can talk my way out of it. Because games like really avoid that these days. It's all like, okay, we'll give you options that make it seem like you can get out of this, but you're really gonna end up killing somebody at the end of this, and we all know. Like, it's just like a little show that they put on, and it's kind of annoying sometimes. Because every
Mhm.
once in a while, it's just like, I really don't want to kill this dude. I think he's cool, and I think this other dude's cool. But now you're forcing me to choose. Fuck you, game. I don't want to do that. And then you have to anyways, just to advance. So
Yeah.
Did Splinter Cell give you a? I never really played any of the Splinter Cell games. I think I played one, and I don't remember which one it was. Blacklist, maybe.
Well, the game I play, the game I was talking about was Deus Ex.
I know,
But I
but
played
you had
Deus-
mentioned that you played
I-
it like you do Splinter Cell. So was that a
Yeah,
thing in Splinter Cell
I
too?
just think, like, you can, in the newest Splinter Cell, you can do a pacifist thing, but the game doesn't recognize that either. Like, you get points for it and stuff like that, but that's it.
Doesn't affect like any dialogue or anything.
No,
Yeah,
it doesn't
feel like
affect anything.
Dishonored did a good job with that. I feel like. Now, granted, this is coming from a person who hasn't done a I kill things in Dishonored when I'm playing because I enjoy killing things, which is why it's hard for me to do that. Now, somebody did a Fallout 4 pacifist too and put the whole thing
Oh
on
my
YouTube.
god.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think they had
read
to.
about that.
I think they had to break the game to do it, but like in
Yeah,
certain
they did.
parts. But they were able to do
Fallout
it.
has really good like dialogue options, so I could see that being a lot of fun.
Yeah. But yeah, they did have. I remember that Fallout 4 thing. He had to break the game
Yeah.
to be able to finish with no kills or whatever,
Mm.
which sucks. Like, it should be an option. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
D-
If you want to make this character and play this character a certain way,
yeah, yeah.
I
you
think
know.
it's definitely more difficult to go through a game without killing anybody.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
you should.
like
It definitely is.
like it's so much easier to just cut your enemy's goddamn throat than it is to be like, hey, I'm cool,
Right.
you're cool, we're cool,
Dude.
right?
Perfect example of that is like Metal Gear Solid 3. You get to that point where based on how many enemies you've killed in the game, you have to like walk down this river and just face like a person for like everyone that you killed in the game. So if you didn't kill anyone, it's super easy, but the more people you killed, the more difficult it is.
Oh damn.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't play that one, so I wouldn't know. But that's I could just imagine like that level you just like raged on and you killed like 50
Yeah.
people, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden
Comes
they're
back
all
to haunt
attacking
you.
you at the same time. That's great.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah,
like
that's
I feel like
pretty
I
cool.
said something similar in a different game, but I don't remember what it was.
Don't
So
know.
I guess that
play.
makes it a completely moot point because we can't
Yeah.
talk about something I
Did
don't
you
remember.
guys did you guys play Undertale?
I haven't.
No,
I've
but I've
watched it.
watched.
I've watched the
I've
whole
watched.
playthrough.
I've watched all the spoiler stuff on it. That
Yeah.
game is fucking off the wall. Like,
Super good.
yeah, like I like how the ending, depending on how you played your first playthrough, like
Yeah.
affects the
Oh,
other
yeah.
endings.
Yeah, you gotta
Like,
play it like more than
yeah,
once to really get
it-
everything from it. And
yeah.
that's a perfect example. Like their whole idea is, I feel like it kind of questions games like you were saying, like mostly in games you're just like going through killing people. And so this takes that as a base concept and is like, is this like okay? And you're immediately met with like repercussions.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
first time I played through it, the first enemy I met, I killed, and then I
Mhm.
felt bad, so I didn't kill any other enemies for the rest of the game. But I didn't get the pacifist ending because of that one person I killed.
Oh, that's rough.
Intense.
I want to say Undertale is the game where if you go through the game like as a little angry pissant and you kill everybody the first time through, even if you go play it through a second time, because like when you go through it the first time, if you kill everybody, you end up like being this evil little monster thing. Like at the at the end, it's got this like your face changes color to like black or purple or something, and then you look all evil and shit. If you
Mhm.
then go back and do a pacifist run, you'll get the pacifist ending, but then you'll turn back into that little evil thing. Like the game remembers.
Yeah.
So you have to
That's
do the pacifist
crazy.
run first if you
Mhm.
actually want to get like a legit pacifist run or whatever, because like the
Yeah.
game doesn't forget kind of thing. I thought that was awesome.
Super
That is
cool.
pretty cool.
I definitely suggest that game for anyone who wants to try something different. Like, there are a lot of moments in the game that really make you think, like, am I playing this game or is this game like playing me?
Yeah.
I think that's a game that. I think that's a game I can watch, but not a game I could play. I don't know why, but I feel like I would have trouble sitting down and getting through all the way through that one.
I don't know. It's a lot of fun. It looks kind of slow to watch, I feel, but when you're playing, it's a lot more fast paced.
Yeah.
Yep.
I heard the characters in that game are like super amazing too.
Yeah, that's another big thing is like the characters are such a huge part of the game. Like you meet these people and like everything looks hella goofy in that game. Like it's got that really retro aesthetic and everything. But the story really shines and the characters are all like super fleshed out. And there's actually a lot of secrets to the game that you kind of can speculate about. And that's kind of a lot of fun to it as well.
Isn't Undertale actually a sequel?
Don't
Isn't
know.
it the sequel to Mother or something like that?
To what?
No, I think the person who
Or is
made
it a spin? Or is it like a spiritual successor kind of thing?
I think it was like the dude who made Undertale has done like he's remade Mother or something. He
Okay.
had some involvement with that.
I've never played Mother, so I have a lot of like random game knowledge because I don't know if you guys have ever been on YouTube and watched like this dude Matt Pat. He's got like game theory and film theory and whatnot.
I watch
But he
game
does
theory.
all these.
but-
Yeah, he's got all these different like theory things, and like I've learned so much just random video game. Like I didn't know Mother existed until like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Whatever. I just happened to watch a video on it, and they'll do like they did like the history of Mother or something like that. It was interesting. I was like, oh, I've never heard of this game, but apparently it impacted gaming like shit ton.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I didn't write this out, but it kind of is. It just popped in my head while we're talking about this. What do you guys think about the difference between games that let you choose whether or not you have to do a pacifist run, and games that don't give you combat? And I don't mean like little kid games that are like, oh, you can't kill
you
anyone.
mean
But
like Outlast?
like Outlast and like games like that force you. I guess it's more prevalent with horror games, but that force you to not to run away or find another solution rather than
Oh, Amnesia.
Yeah.
Amnesia. Oh man,
I guess it really
I've
only
watched people play
applies to
that game
horror
and almost
games.
pissed my pants.
Yeah, that game's
Yeah.
terrifying.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
definitely I found myself playing that game, and there were a lot of moments where I was like physically like stamping my feet to like get away from stuff. Like it got bad.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, I do think that is essentially a horror game kind of thing.
yeah.
Because other than that, it's just like puzzle games. I feel like that do that kind
Yeah.
of thing, but I can't think of one off the top of my head.
Yeah, I can't think of any games that I was like, oh, this is so stupid. Like it's always been appropriate for the setting.
Mhm. Yeah.
I suppose
you got
most, even in like Outlast, you'd think you'd be able to like pick something up and hit these dudes in the head. Like
Sure.
Use your damn camcorder. Shit, something.
yeah, something like just
Like,
fucking
anything at that
Yeah.
rate. So I don't know. You got Slender. That's another game like that.
yeah. I guess it really now that we're just listing them off, it really only applies to horror games. Doesn't it? There's like
Yeah,
that was a
nothing else.
terrible-
That was a
terrible
terrible. It's like the third podcast in a row that we wound up on horror games because of me. I guess I'm stuck on them. I don't know.
You are.
We know you like horror games. I don't know why, but you
Because
do.
it's the same reason.
I like to watch people play them, but I am terrible about playing them myself.
It's the
That's
same
why
reason
Tim
that
does
I
it.
used to watch scary movies. Only scary movies don't really get me anymore. So like, I enjoy that adrenaline rush of like, oh my god, I'm gonna die, but
So, like,
only
movies-
but only like simulated version of it. I
Yeah,
don't want
movies
it to.
don't do it for you anymore. You had to bring it up to the next level.
Yeah, that's
Next,
exactly
it's
it.
gonna be like
you need to get
VR.
the VR. Yeah, you need to get the VR headset.
I would love to get a VR.
Resident
headset.
Evil 7. I've heard that game is terrifying.
I've heard
Same,
it's
same.
amazing. I've intentionally not watched any of it. I've watched like one trailer. I didn't watch any of the demo stuff. I'm not reading about it. I'm like, I want this I want to shit myself when I play it. Like I want to not
Yeah.
know what's coming. I want there to be poop in my pants at the end.
10 out of
Well,
10.
I hope you wear a diaper that day,
Oh,
just to make cleanup easier.
oh, I have access to adult diapers. I will steal one. Okay. Yeah,
that's
it's scary. The
definitely
scary
high
movies
level.
aren't scary anymore. I agree with that.
See, you say that. I am terrible about horror in general. I went and saw The Exorcist at the beginning when I was like 8, and it just like ruined me forever.
Oh.
The first movie I
Oof.
remember watching was Chucky, like was Child's Play with my dad. That's the first movie I
Yep.
remember watching, and Cody, it
No.
was so good.
Just no, no,
Uh,
not doing that.
All right. Well, what I guess we should move on to the next topic before I talk about horror movies for the
More.
the horror shit for the entire podcast.
Your ass.
Oh God, what'd you
No.
do now?
GG.
Like I was telling Justin, the computer things are not all figured out by the time it was time to do the podcast here. So
That's why
my
you're on
wife
the
is
iPad.
slightly- yeah, that's why I'm on an iPad right now. 'cause,
What did you break?
I didn't break anything. So what I was trying to do, I was trying to expedite the building processes a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and I took my SSD from my first build because it has Windows 7 on it, and I was trying to get Windows 10 on my new computer that I'm trying to build, and since I can't get Windows 10 for free anymore, so I was just like, well, let me just grab this SSD, put it in here, and take my old Windows 7 SSD and put it in here so the wife can still play her games. But apparently that didn't work out very well. Good thing we have an Xbox One.
Hey.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
she
She can play Call of Duty or something. She's all right.
the registry on the hard drive is probably all fucked up because it registers all the hardware on it.
Well, no, I do have to change. I do have to change the
Oh.
some of the drivers or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's what I was. That's
I'm
what I was
gonna
talking
fuck
about.
your shit up.
Yeah.
well-
I got to change some of the drivers, but it's not that big a deal. She just wants to play the Division, but she just realized that I have the Division for Xbox One. But
Oh,
the thing
yeah.
she hasn't realized yet is that I still don't have Xbox Live Gold
Oh
because
no.
it expired.
Oh
And I
no!
haven't had a chance to buy it.
Well,
yet.
now she realized, so now she's gonna kick your ass
Now you
again.
said that.
Are you gonna buy it? Well,
She-
I don't know where my wallet is. If you find my wallet, go ahead and buy it. I don't care. All right.
All right. Well, so clearly your wife is currently playing the Division, but
Yeah.
what games are you guys currently playing right now that you're really enjoying? Like,
Our Life in Pixels.
We're playing a podcast.
It's all game
Yeah.
to me.
What?
I actually picked up the Division recently. I was able to be on the internet. I should say I picked it back up this past just last month or whatever, and that the year that it was given to kind of update itself and whatnot, that game got a lot better. And I'm about to catch hands.
Yeah, you're gonna catch. It's a stream thing. It's a Sam and TBI. So. It means
I
your
don't
wife's
know.
gonna slap the shit out of you.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
catching hands. Yeah.
yeah.
She's
No,
just,
I know what catching hands is. I just didn't know it was in relation to my wife.
Oh,
She
yeah.
threatens to beat my ass on a daily basis. It's a love-hate relationship.
Yeah, you know what? The whole Sam, the whole admiral captain thing. It really applies to Cody's marriage. It really does. The whole admiral's log, captain's log thing. I'm sure that's a thing.
Oh, okay.
It's a yeah.
It's a peace offering. It's a
it's a peace
tic-tac.
offering. Not
Yes,
sponsored.
Tic Tacs of peace.
not sponsored. Not sponsored.
Maybe your breath just stinks, man.
Maybe it does.
That's
I don't know. I
probably
did
it.
travel for 42 hours without the ability to brush my teeth.
Yeah,
so.
I've been getting into the Division with some buddies too. Thanks to you, because I wouldn't have it without. I don't know if anybody in the stream is watching me playing the Division, but I wouldn't have the game for PC if it wasn't for Cody, and I don't play it on my Xbox at all for whatever reason. Even though I bought it for my Xbox to play with Cody. We never
Yeah.
played it, and
Well,
then
part of the reason is because I left.
yeah,
But,
part of
yeah,
the reason because
yeah.
you deployed.
But I mean it came on sale during the winter sale for $25 with the season pass.
Good deal.
And
Yeah,
I was just like, now I was a dumbass and I didn't buy the season pass for Tim. I just bought him the thing and then I
I
was
did.
like, all right,
Oh,
I
I'm a
immediately
dumbass.
I immediately bought
Buy
the season pass.
while it's cheap.
Yeah.
And he definitely did. So
Oh,
it worked
yeah.
out. But that game,
It's a
I
lot
was
of
super
fun.
hyped. I was super hyped for it when it first
Oh,
came
yeah.
out at E3.
Yeah, that trailer they had
When-
was amazing.
When that dude closed the door, I lost my shit.
Yep.
Just like everybody else. And then like
100%.
I played it when it first came out in January or whatever. And I was like, this is cool, but there's like zero end game. Like I literally went around, I collected all the items and shit, but I didn't have anybody to play with. And the dark zone was so fucking broken that I did not want to. I just didn't want to deal with it. I was like, I'm not gonna go in there and just grind for loot while somebody shoots me through a wall. Like I'm just not gonna do that. So I dropped it. I just happened to pick it back up in December because they had the survival DLC drop. Holy
Yeah, that sounded
shit, is
cool.
that DLC
That's fun.
amazing? So much fun. It reminds me a lot of when I played, DayZ, like a lot of people, the mod. It reminds me a lot of that same kind of
Yeah, it's kind of like DayZ mod battle royale a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's a good thing. The only thing I dislike about it is that the map is not randomized every time you start a new game.
Yeah, it's always the
the-
static same map.
Yeah, so like if I start in a certain spot, I literally have like a thing, like I have a path that I'll take.
See, I haven't
that I-
played
so I
enough
can
of survival
gear-
that I know yet. I don't know
Yeah.
the map well enough, but I will soon, probably if I.
Yeah, yeah. So you just like figure out a path to gear up real quick. I don't like that. I do think it should be randomized. But
I
other
mean,
than that,
the loot's randomized though, so it's kind of like when I play Arma 3 Battle Royale. It's not like the map
Mm-hmm.
changes every time I play. You play on the same certain maps. It's just different spots
Mm-hmm.
will have different loot. So you just go there and hope to gear up. I mean, that sounds like any survival game, really.
yeah, I don't know.
Any of those last man standing type games.
Yeah, I won't lie. I haven't really played a whole lot of them until Survival
played
came out.
We played the culling a little bit last year.
Yeah,
Oh,
we were.
that's kind of fun.
I was super terrible at that game.
Oh.
Tim was not that awful.
I got to play a little
Holy
bit.
shit! Jesus is back.
Yeah, Jesus is back. Hey, how's it going, Jonah? He has risen. Damn,
Yo.
Skippy hippie. I got to play a little bit of the culling a couple weeks ago with some of. I'm in a stream team called the Mosh Pit, and we were having a little. We were
No,
having.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing at the chat.
Yeah, because Jesus
I
is risen.
mumbled
Yeah.
my hand. No, mumbled my hams ain't gonna smell like MRE. All right, I'll let you know. MREs are not that bad. They're not.
My
I'm
uncle
sorry, I
used
don't
to.
mean
My
to
uncle
interrupt
used
you,
to
but that
like
was
get
great.
extras, and then he would bring them home, and he would give me some. So I used to eat like every once in a while. They were good. But yeah, I got to play with the guy who does the announcer voice is a streamer on Twitch, Bike Man.
Is that video you sent me where you jumped over the wall on accident and got fucking raped?
No, that was the Division.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
All right.
No,
I
that's
hadn't jumped yet.
that's the Division. A bunch of my buddies, as some buddies from the stream that we were. I accidentally jumped out of the wall and they were already
Yeah.
down. It was bad. It was bad.
Like, you
Huge
jumped the
mistake.
wall. I was like,
So
what are you
funny.
doing? And then it was just like,
Oh,
he was
there's-
like, I did a bad thing. I did a bad thing. I
Fell
fucked
fangirl,
up.
a little bit.
Fucked up.
Yeah,
can
like
hear it.
there's gonna be a BTTV emote in the channel about it that one of the guys I was playing with that night, Cryon, he made. It's a little grenade with the medical cross on it.
There you go.
And it's pretty good. Yeah. So is there, speaking of things that were just like kind of picked up again, is there any game over the last year or two that you guys kind of missed the boat on? Because that's what I've been doing with the Division and Alien. I'm playing games that I missed the boat way on. I'm way late to the party with these games. But is there anything that you
Yeah.
plan on picking up or that you already maybe have and just haven't had a
Excuse me.
chance to play? that
I've
you're thinking
definitely
of?
got a few things that I want to grab. Like, number one on my list is definitely Doom. I feel like everyone
Oh,
I've talked to
you need
about
to play
that has
Doom.
just like sang its praises, and it's like cutting out all the bullshit from first-person shooters and going back to what made them a lot of fun to just like sit and play and smash through. And I just haven't gotten around to it. Someday.
You know the great thing about Doom is that they make the gameplay feel fast even though you're playing with a controller.
You
kinda
don't,
thing.
impressive.
you don't have to
It-
play with a controller.
No, you don't, but I generally like to play with a controller on my computer. And I was able to feel like I was a badass, moving super fast Marine kind of thing. Like it
Mhm.
didn't. I didn't feel slowed down by the controller, unless I was trying to turn. Sometimes, like if your sensitivity isn't high enough. But that's one thing that really made Doom stand out to me when I was playing it. Is like I don't feel handicapped out the gate. It was good stuff.
I still need to finish that map that I was designing for you and me to play.
Oh, for us to get raped.
Yeah, before you went to. Well, it wasn't going to be that bad. It was going to be like there was going to be some enemies on it, but it was mostly going to be jump scares, and we were only going to be able to run through it with pistols. I still have to finish
my
it,
God.
but you got deployed before we ever,
Well, I'm about to have like a month off, and I'll tell you what, I fucked up with this new build. I didn't realize how big 3 monitors was going to be. I fucked up, guys.
You need a bigger desk.
Fucked up.
Yeah.
I need a bigger table.
Oh god, yeah, dude. I've got. I mean, you've seen my ghetto-esque setup with my desk.
Yeah.
It's actually gotten
Yeah.
more ghetto because now I have the cardboard boxes and the broken bookshelf. Then I have my actual desk. Now I have for my third monitor because I have 2 computers, the 3 monitor setup and the
Yeah.
Xbox and everything. I've got fucking 2 empty kitty litter containers filled with shit so they don't like become unstable and tip over. That is what's holding up my third monitor.
Cat shit?
Literal shit or just random
No,
shit?
no, random shit, not literal
Okay.
shit. I didn't take the cat
was
shit
like,
and
what?
put it in there. Why would I
You
do
waited
that?
till for the cat shit to harden.
Yeah.
And then,
God.
and then you just stacked it on.
No, I definitely didn't do that. But yeah, it's actually gotten more
Hmm.
fucking. There you go. Joda wants to know if you want to send him some of your monitors so that you can.
Oh no. Oh, no. You know what? The monitors. Oh my god. So I buy when I build a computer, I buy it in pieces. Some people do that. Some people buy it all in one chunk. So I didn't realize how much money I spent on this computer until like the other day. But I definitely spent like a good like $3,000, and
Yeah.
$1,600 of that was just the monitors.
Jesus.
Wow.
Well, it's because
Yeah.
What kind
he
of
was.
views did you get?
Part of it is he bought a 4K TV to use as one of his monitors.
No. I was gonna do 3 4K TVs at 40 inches.
That's so
Um,
unnecessary. Also, how
but
would you
that's the
even look?
point.
How would you even look? How would you even look at 3 different monitors that are 40-inch monitors? How would you fucking do that? You would need to be sitting like 30 feet back to be able to look at all of it.
Look, you know what? It's good for me because I'm blind. All right, stop
Uh,
making fun of us visually impaired people. See, you're making fun of yourself.
Glasses.
I'm supposed to wear glasses.
I know
haven't
you
worn
are.
glasses in years. But no, I got a 34-inch LG ultra wide, and then I got it. It's going to be flanked by two 27-inch BenQ monitors, all at 1440p or whatever. So,
Yeah.
well, I won't be able to game on all of them at 1440p because unfortunately none of the graphics cards, even if I got two of them, could do that shit. But yeah. But I was going to do 3 4Ks. That was the original plan. But I wasn't able to, before I ordered the ultra wide, I wasn't able to find 3 4K TVs. And like, I was trying to get them for like 250 or 300 a pop that had 444 chroma. Because from what I was reading is that you needed to have 444 chroma just to achieve actual 4K. Anything that's not 444 chroma on a 4K TV is not actual 4K. Is that an Acer? Is that the Acer ultra wide? I can't click on that.
Hella sexy. Acer
can't-
Predator X34.
Yeah, that thing's $1,200.
$1699.99.
16.
$1,700?
I'm not.
Looks hella good
No.
though.
Fuck no. That is more. That is. Jesus
That is
Christ.
literally-
That's a car.
Watch your mouth.
It is.
No, it is a car. Watch my mouth.
Watch your mouth.
Watch your mouth. How dare you compare that to the price of a car?
How dare you take my name in vain? But yeah, I'm working on the build. I was literally trying to put in the motherboard right before we got on the stream.
That's in
Yeah.
Canadian.
between.
Oh, that's in Canadian, so it's probably closer to.
Yeah, I think it's $1,200. I actually was waiting for that to come on sale, and it just wasn't happening. That is the best ultra wide on the market. The only issue is that the G-Sync. I think that's the FreeSync.
Yeah.
It's probably the FreeSync version. So, but I mean, I seriously looked. I was waiting for shit to come on sale, and unless I wanted a refurb or whatever, I don't really want a refurb monitor because it probably means that there's backlight bleed and shit like that. So I was trying to avoid it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't.
wanted something new.
I don't fuck with Acer if I can avoid it anyway. Because if something goes wrong, like don't get me wrong, their machines when they're working, they work fine. But if something goes wrong, they
Yeah.
have terrible tech support.
Yeah.
It's not
And
good. That's why I like
my-
Asus.
My ultra
Yeah.
wide is LG, so and LG is pretty decent,
Yeah.
in general. I have an LG TV, so I mean I enjoy them. It'll be interesting. The only thing I think that'll probably bother me is the bezel size on the 27 inches, but I mean the main gaming experience is going to be on the 34 inch, so that's all I'm really worried about.
Solid.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
So I feel like now we have to talk about it, and Cody's gonna hate this because Cody left the Duluth Gaming Lounge group
I
because
did.
it's all Switch talk for like the last
No,
for like the
it's-
last
it's
2
a-
months.
it's
It's like all
obnoxious.
Switch now.
It's
Yeah.
it's obnoxious
Yeah,
Switch talk.
it's because
It's hard.
people
And
are
and-
either raging at it, like they're either ripping on it, or they have a giant nerd boner over it, and there's no in between. There's no like,
Yeah,
meh.
there's not. There's not. Nobody like. There's. You get the people in there that hate it. All right, and then you got the other people that like the Switch can do no wrong, and I'm like, okay, it's not like that at all. Like I've actually really soured on the Switch since they started coming out with new stuff. I was actually hyped for it. I was like, oh, this might be a good console, and then I was like, I just want to play Pokemon on my TV, and I still can't do that.
Since
I just want to play
st-
Moon.
since I started looking into it, because we were going to talk about it a couple weeks ago with the whole big conference that happened. We were going to talk about it that week, and then we missed it. There have been a couple of more titles that have been added to the worldwide and US launch. So there's like 9, I think now, but there were
Yeah.
5 at the
Yeah,
time that
some
I wrote it.
games.
Yeah, and it's just like, it's like a bunch of like here the highlights of it that I wrote down are fucking Binding of Isaac Afterbirth, Just Dance, Skylanders, and Zelda. Oh, and there's Bomberman.
And 1-2
Bomberman,
Switch.
Bomberman, look, and 1-2 Switch. I have no idea what 1-2 Switch is. I'm gonna take a guess that that's like their. Actually, I have no fucking clue. It's just
It's kind
Well,
of their
so-
motion game,
that's what I thought.
Justin,
kind of like
Ju-
their Wii Sports.
you want to give a breakdown on what the Switch is? Because what's his name?
Yeah.
Sam Toto doesn't know about the Switch.
I didn't catch that either.
Yeah, the Nintendo Switch is the new Nintendo console coming out, and it's basically the console itself is like a tablet, and it's got two controllers or two halves of like a controller that slide onto the sides, kind of like Wiimotes in a way. And then it comes with a docking station, so you can put the console into the docking station, and that's plugged into your TV. and then like you take the controllers off and you can play it like that. But you can also just pull it out and play whatever game you're playing on the go. So yeah, it's kind of a hybrid console handheld thing.
Yeah, it's almost. You know what? It kind of every time I've thought of it, it kind of reminds me of. It was like if you could, if you were playing a PS3 and you were able to just grab a Vita and walk away with the same game. Like that's
Yeah.
like especially with the third-party support announced. But the problem I have with that is all of the third-party games that have been announced are like there's nothing. It's like NBA 2K, FIFA, Just Dance, Rayman, Steep, Ultra Street Fighter, and Xenoblade Chronicles. And some of these are like re-releases. Like Skyrim is not Skyrim Special
I
Edition.
know.
It's not the
Dude.
new version. It's the 2011 version of Skyrim.
For real though, I would be really into that if they had like Nintendo specific things in the game,
Like what?
like fucking Bowser shield that shoots fireballs, fucking
That would be cool as
boss
fuck.
Princess Peach that you have
That
to fight.
that
shit
would be
like
cool
that.
as fuck. But that's
yeah,
still not.
I mean mods, but like I don't know if you can. I don't know if they'll support mods on the Switch though. I doubt it too.
No.
Yeah, I mean Skyrim on the Switch. The only person excited about that was Todd Howard.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just my issue with the Switch. It's the retread of the same old IPs. It really is. Like it's like Mario 1000.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
Zelda.
well,
Think
Zelda-
about this, Mario. The new Mario game coming out is the first new like good Mario game since the GameCube. They haven't had like a real, or well, I guess Galaxy was that on the Wii.
What was the
Well,
one that
they
was
also-
the
they
Mario
also had
Maker?
Yeah, the Mario Maker is really
That's
big,
not like a
especially-
Mario
especially
title.
with
I know it's
phones.
not like a full Mario title, but it's still like a game that people enjoyed anyway.
Yeah,
I
like-
just,
The Wii U had like a good stint of games, but like there was like 8, and that was it through its whole lifespan. The Wii U had
Yeah.
such a garbage like spread of titles, but
Mhm.
I think that the Switch has a pretty good looking lineup. There's just not a lot to it yet, but I mean Zelda's a must buy. I pre-ordered the Switch because I want to play Zelda on it. I have a Wii U. Gonna sell it. Don't want to use it. Don't want to play Zelda at like a lower frame rate or whatever.
yeah.
And I think that there's a lot of cool stuff that's going to come out for it. And I think it's going to have a way higher install base just because they have a AAA game at launch. I looked at the Wii launch titles, man. They didn't have any real AAA games on launch. They had like some new Super Mario that wasn't even that cool. They had Red Steel. They actually had like a lot of games on launch day, but they all sucked. And the
Mm.
Wii U had no good games on launch. It had no AAA Nintendo games. So the fact that this is going to have Zelda is going to sell enough systems to have a solid install base that people are going to actually want to develop for it.
My main issue, you know what? My issue is that it's you can go out and buy right now an Xbox One or a PS4 for $250 with a, and it's not even old Xbox One. I'm talking about Xbox One S. You can get one for $250, a controller and a game.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? And you can get
Yeah.
Battlefield 1 and you can play that in 4K if you have a TV that'll run it because you know it upscales or whatever
Yeah.
on the Xbox One S and
It's
stuff
it's
like
not
that.
native 4K.
The
it's
con
just like,
yeah. But this is my issue is that like the same thing with the PS4 Pro, the quality of game and the like new IPs, like you got what is it called, New Horizon for the PS4.
Yeah,
Coming
that was
out.
great.
You know what I mean? Like PS4 and PS4 also just had the new Final Fantasy game, which I know you play a shit ton of because I see the pictures
Yeah,
on
the
Facebook all the
screenshots.
time. You know, and it's just like I don't think the Switch is going to be able to compete with that. They're releasing so late in the cycle at this point that like Xbox One and Sony, or I guess Microsoft and Sony can take a little bit of a lower hit, especially Sony. Sony sold literally double the amount of consoles that Microsoft has or whatever.
Yeah.
And
that,
it's just like
I thought that number's evened out since.
no, it's
Yeah, I think
still
the
it's
Xbox
still
has picked
higher.
it up a bit, but
It's still
It's
higher.
still higher. Yeah.
In this generation of consoles like Xbox One S, and what Scorpio or whatever.
Yep.
The PlayStation got such a huge lead that it will never even out completely. Like it just won't. Now, but Xbox are they competing better? Like sale for sale these days, yeah, but just like overall sales, it'll never even out.
Yeah,
It just won't. Unless Sony like tanked. They would have to release like a terrible game.
Yeah,
And just
Joda brings up a good point, and this is actually something that I wrote a little bit about in the prompt too. Is I don't think I agree with you, Cody. I don't think they're going to actually be able to compete. I think it's unfortunately for them because they were so late and because they don't seem to have a lot of devs that like they have third-party support with the console, but they don't have a lot of devs jumping to make a new game for the Switch, as far as I can tell.
Well, we don't really know.
No, well, but like,
we
here's
don't
the thing.
know yet.
We don't know yet, but the thing is, you knew a lot of the titles that had been announced down the line for Xbox and PlayStation before they came. You knew they were coming. You don't know that they're coming with the Switch because they didn't come with Wii. They didn't come with Wii U. We haven't seen a lot of third-party support since GameCube, and even then was still it wasn't comparable. So
No.
it's like I'm worried that they're holding on to their market, their niche of the market, that corner of the market. Maybe they'll bring in some other people with the coolness of the portability, because really that is pretty cool. Because I would love to be able to pick up my fucking phone, walk away from my computer, and still be playing my computer games on my phone. And I actually kind of can do that, but
we all know that everybody's just gonna wants that feature, so they can just go pick up their thing, pick up the Switch, and go take a shit and keep playing. Like we all know this is truly what it was made for. It wasn't made to get rid of the DS. It was so you can continue to play Zelda while you're taking a shit.
Yeah,
it's all about retention time, right? That's what it's all about these days.
But that's the thing for me is like retention time is fine if you're making movies or TV or videos or your Netflix and you're trying to hold something. Retention time doesn't do you jack shit if you're Nintendo. So like it's a cool feature, but really the thing for Nintendo is going to be sales and keeping you like, because their multiplayer will be that's another thing we need to talk about. Their multiplayer is going to be behind a paywall for the first time, and that's the way the market's moving, which is fine. That's fine. But
how much is it? I don't even know.
It's probably comparable. It's probably going to be the same as Xbox Live and PlayStation, I would guess. So like what is that, like $60 a year?
Yeah. Well, you remember, actually, Sony I think is 50. I think they
went up to 60.
Did they go up to 60? I don't know. I think that might have changed in the past 6 months. I think I remember reading something about that. But originally, one of the reasons why I bought a PS4 before I bought an Xbox One was because the yearly was cheaper.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
That was a factor for me too.
Yeah, so.
But like the thing for me is you get certain features with that paywall, right?
Yeah.
Fucking oh god, my laptop just died.
That's fine. You're fine.
We're still here.
How did that get unplugged? I know you're still here, but I can't see chat now.
Oh, bring it up on your phone.
Yeah,
That's what I have.
Oh wow, Xbox is going up $20 in Canada. That's brutal. From 60 to 80.
Are you talking about game wise, like game titles?
I think Joda's talking about Xbox Live.
Oh no, where I was going with that is fucking that you don't have VoIP. There, you don't even have native VoIP support. Their response to that is, well, we're gonna have an app that you can download on your phone if you want to talk to your friends. It's like, okay, I could just fucking use Discord then. It sounds stupid. It's dumb. All right, now I'm good. Now I got chat up. Now we got it.
Oh, hey,
now
sure
cook with gasoline.
I'm gonna take. My phone's about to die too, so that's good for me because I can see that shit.
Yeah, there you go. You can see my screen. So.
Yeah, but you know what? I just feel like Nintendo they have great IPs and stuff, and they do good things with them, like Zelda. Zelda does look like a
Zelda
really good
looks
game.
amazing. Like I'm not trying to rip on Zelda at all, but
I just feel like.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, yeah, I just feel like Nintendo once again is just coming in behind the 8-ball. You know what I mean? They're just so late in the generation. If they would have released at the same time as a couple years ago when the other two released or whatever, I feel like they could compete better.
Well,
but they just keep doing these weird mid generation releases.
Yeah, I think their idea is, I think the Wii. So like I think they honestly expected the Wii. I think here's how I think that worked out. I think they honestly expected the Wii to compete with PlayStation 3 and Xbox when it released. I think they honestly
did for a while.
It did for a while, But then,
Yeah, good.
then you got that mid-generation Wii U release. So they're thinking when they did that, didn't that released like before Xbox
was
One and
garbage.
PS4, didn't it? But yeah, it was.
I know Justin's the expert.
But
I
it,
don't
it was
remember.
it was garbage. Like the
Bad
Wii
time.
U was
Yeah.
bad, and so now I think they thought they were gonna be like they started to see their place in the market slipping with Wii, even though they competed at first, it dropped off. And then
No,
they
I
came
mean-
out with the Wii U, and it did shit compared to even
Yeah.
Xbox 360 and PS4. The Wii U did
Oh, yeah.
shit. Then
Yeah.
Xbox One and PlayStation 4 came out, and they're both relatively kick-ass and have done fairly well, both of them, even though PS4 has done better overall. And now Nintendo's like, well, fuck, we have to try and be ahead of the curve. And so I feel like they're scrambling and they're rushing. I'm worried that they are rushing this. I'm worried that this is coming sooner than it actually should. Like, I think they should just take their fucking losses with the Wii U and wait. But it's too late now, obviously.
Yeah, I don't know if I feel like they're really rushing it.
Oh, God, you just smacked
But
the
in
fuck
terms
out
of
my desk.
hardware, it does seem like it's not going to be, comparable to the PS4 or the Xbox One. But
Mhm.
at the same time, I don't think that they're really marketing it as like choose this over these other consoles. I feel like it's just like its own weird separate entity. Like everyone I've talked to who wants to buy one already has like a PC or a PS4 or an Xbox. They're just like, "Ooh, this looks cool. I want to try that."
I don't know. I don't know if I'm willing to spend. What is it? $250, $300.
It's
300.
300. It's 300.
Yeah. Which it's not.
It's
in
not
console
ridiculous.
Sales, it's
Yeah.
not. It's not ridiculous.
If it was a
But when-
$400 console like Xbox One and PS4 had been at release, I would not. I would be raging against that. I'd be like, that's way too fucking expensive.
Yeah. But I mean, it's just. I don't know. If I was Nintendo, I would be trying to compete. Like, you need to start. Nintendo needs to start taking some of these player bases that are Xbox and PlayStation, because every generation that keeps coming out of consoles and stuff, their base keeps getting a little bit smaller because
true.
they're not bringing in new people. You know what I mean? You're not getting that next generation of gamers or whatever into Nintendo. They're generally going to Xbox or PlayStation. In America, it's generally Xbox. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Xbox is easily the dominant console in America. Even with all the sales for PS4 and blah blah blah, almost everybody I know has a damn Xbox.
Mhm.
And eventually that pool is going to dry up. They
Well,
they need to be competing directly. They need to.
Yeah, and the
Otherwise,
other
they're
thing
eventually
is
going to die off. I mean, they'll always have the DS. They have the handheld market hands down.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? But I'm just talking about when it comes to taking over your living room, having you game at home on their console. They need to do something drastic, and they're not doing it. They're doing what you're saying. They like to stay in their little niche, and it's going to work against them eventually. I mean, they'll always have their sales in Japan and stuff like that, but
their sales in Japan aren't what they used to be. I mean, they're still
No,
good.
they're
They're still. I think they're still the dominant Nintendo, the dominant market in Japan. Like it's.
I think. Go ahead.
No, you
Go,
go. You go.
Jesus.
You go.
Go,
You're good.
Jesus.
You're good.
I'll cut you off. So I think that a big thing is there's a lot of discussion about how Japan views gaming, and a lot of people feel like at Nintendo they get really focused on the Japanese consumer and how people play games in Japan, and because it's such like close proximity, like everybody taking public transit and stuff, they do a lot of things like the 3DS had Street Pass, where walking by people, like things would happen in your games. So I think that might be a huge factor in like why they're doing some of the portability stuff with the Switch. They see people like carrying it around, taking it places, and that's not something that really translates well to like the average American gamer, I feel.
Yeah, I feel like for most of us, we're not trying to play games on the bus. We're trying, and if we are, I think a lot of people have their DS or they've got games on their phone to play. But I feel like for the average American gamer, we're marathon gamers. At least I am, and I'm pretty sure Cody is too. Like if I'm sitting down and I don't get to play a game for 3 hours, then it's not worth my time. Like I'm not gonna sit down and play for an hour because I feel like I got nothing done in the game in that hour.
I actually have certain games that I'll play when I only have like a half hour. Like perfect example, they came out with the new Yu-Gi-Oh card game on Steam.
Yeah.
That's definitely a time killer.
Like
It's
there's
super
that,
easy to play.
There's
and
Hearthstone.
It's like 10 minutes.
But like, can you
whatever.
imagine?
Duelist.
Can you imagine playing Skyrim for 15 minutes? Fuck no,
No.
that doesn't.
You want to
like,
get
Yeah,
anything
you won't
done?
get anything
Yeah,
done.
you do
You'd sell your
nothing.
inventory and then you'd be done.
The
You'd
same,
have to be like,
yeah.
"Oh, fuck, I gotta
Same
get
with
off."
most of the games I play. Like, if you are playing a game for 10, 15 minutes, if you're playing like Rust for 10 minutes, you did nothing. You got maybe
You just waved
a
your little
shirt.
fucking dingling around for
Yeah,
10
you
minutes.
you
and then-
didn't even starve to death in those 10
Yeah.
minutes. Like,
You know what that kind of reminds me of though? Is like I've had Netflix for a while now,
Mhm.
and before I had Netflix, if I was gonna watch a movie or a TV show, like I'd sit there when I had time to watch the whole thing and I'd watch it.
Mhm.
But now with Netflix, it's like I wake up in the morning and like do my morning routine and watch like half of a show, and then like I'll watch it in snippets. And I could see myself doing like the same thing with the Switch, like start playing in the morning, gotta go to work, so I pack it up, bring it to work, play on break, pack it up, bring it home, finish whatever I'm doing.
I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, and that is something that's cool about it. But I think you made a good point. The market that they're targeting just does not translate to America. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
and we-
It really doesn't.
like
And that's
overall,
probably the best thing.
overall, there's probably
Yeah.
a lot of people. There's probably a lot of people that it will translate to, and that's the market that they've already had. I feel like. You know what I mean?
Just,
Like,
I just don't think it's a good business strategy to be stagnant. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's a cool new idea, but are you really bringing in new players? You know?
Well, yeah, I definitely don't think that the portability is going to like sell
It's
it
not-
to like
no,
new people.
It's not.
like it's
Well,
not.
But
especially
I don't
since-
think they're
especially-
stagnant either.
Maybe if it ever drops down below $200, I'll pick one up. And you know, $100 price drop now sounds a little ridiculous, but think about how much you can get an Xbox for versus when it came out. It's $150 difference. So like,
I wouldn't be surprised if Nintendo Switch, if you for like this holiday season, if you saw a 52 like $75 drop.
yeah. So like,
on it.
eventually I'll get one, but I don't think it's enough to pull me back in.
Yeah, I think the reason that they're, selling at that price point and without any bundled games is because honestly, they just need to make money off of it, I feel like I think I read something about them taking losses on the Wii U really bad, and it was just like super bad. So I feel like it's definitely a marketing decision rather than like a pro-consumer decision, the way
Yeah.
they're selling it.
Oh, guys, I got to start getting ready to work, so we got to wrap.
Ooh,
'Cause-
it's
Alright.
about that time.
Yep, it
Closing
is 9:59. So yeah, any closing thoughts? Anything that you guys want to talk about next week, or anything we didn't get to tonight that you guys wanted to bring up?
We
We're coming back on
even.
Thursday.
Coming back on
Coming back
Thursday.
on-
Yes, we need to announce that for everybody in the stream. We will be back. We're moving back to Thursdays. So we did like the one Saturday, took 2 weeks off, and now we're moving back to Thursdays at 10 at 10 Central. Is that what we're going with?
That's as for me, that's fine for now. But
Okay.
I'm also I don't know what my schedule is going to be at work.
Well,
Eventually.
we can
But
always adjust it.
I
but-
will. Yeah, I will try and start streaming here too once I get my stuff set up. So
Oh yeah, and you know what? If you guys want to, let me do this real quick. It's the Norse Warrior, right?
no, it's Norse Warrior. It's Norse underscore Warrior. I want to say.
These
Could be
boys,
Splatoon.
these boys,
That's
guys.
a good point.
Splatoon. Best thing to
Splatoon,
come out of
yeah.
the Wii U.
That's the
That'll be
best
that'll be
second.
cool. Like that was a cool
New
game.
Splatoon.
I
Excited.
watched Justin. I think I watched you stream a little bit of Splatoon. Were you
Nope.
streaming it? I feel like I
Nope.
watched. Was I
Nope.
watching it?
I have no way to stream Splatoon.
Yeah.
Where did
Splatoon
I?
though.
Did you
that
play
is-
it at
that
Cody's
is
house?
Probably the best IP that's
Absolutely the
come out of
best thing.
Nintendo.
Did you play it at
Very
Fairbanks'
fresh.
house? Is that what that was?
No, dude, he doesn't have a capture card.
When the fuck did I watch anybody play it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You
Maybe
need
it
to
wasn't
get
you.
more
Maybe at
sleep so
Cody's.
you can
Maybe it was at
remember
Cody's.
things.
Yeah, that's true. I do
So,
need
yeah.
to get more sleep, but that's never gonna happen. Anyway, guys,
Next
So-
week, get more sleep.
next week get more sleep. I'll try.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll see you guys Thursday at 10 Central. Yeah. In the meantime, y'all take it easy. We love you guys.
We'll see you.
We'll see you soon. I'm gonna mute Skype for a minute, boys, but I will be back in just.
All right.
Bye, guys.